We're live.
Hi guys.
You guys, I'm so excited. I almost have a voice. I hope you can hear me. Holy cow, this is crazy, crazy, crazy. We're gonna jump on and get started here in a couple minutes. But you know me, I gotta get on and make sure the camera looks okay. So I'm so excited to have the beautiful Marie Wallace here today. We're gonna talk all about oh my gosh, we're gonna talk all about you. We're gonna talk all about the Love and Romance project that she and her fabulous hubby Joe have put together, and so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started
to be here. Yeah,
I know, I'm thrilled. So of course we are coming to you live from Chardonnay's Brew Lane in the heart of Meridian, and fabulous coffee. Thank you. The beautiful Chardonnay is right over there. So feel free to come on down, get some coffee. I got here nice and early. I've been here since like 9.
It's a nice place to do some work.
It is. Well, you can get some work done. The breakfasts are amazing, you guys. They've got this amazing bacon, egg, and bacon. I can't even talk. This is going to be interesting today.
And our favorite coffee.
Yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese bagel is what I had for breakfast, and it was yummy. It was really good. So yeah. So I'm super excited to have you here today and to have coffee, because coffee. Oh, hey, Mr. Newland. My buddy Scott is on.
Yeah, because coffee's the bomb.
This is really good. What is this Chardonnay? This is a Costa Rican
roast.
Costa Rican roast.
It's really great.
It's really good. Is it
steamed-
dark? It's a dark roast, isn't it?
Medium roast.
Oh, it's a medium roast. It's yummy. I love it. That's
Do you know
why
I have
love
a
it.
coffee room? I mean, it's just, I call it my coffee room because everything is like the color of coffee, and I have coffee mugs. I even have this thing made out of a saw that's coffee cups, and
Why am I just now hearing about this?
I don't know, but it's
Thought you
perfect
were my
for me
friend.
to be here having coffee with Christa.
Thought you were my friend.
You are. You can come to my house anytime for
I
coffee.
am going to take her up on that. So, okay, so is it 10:30? I think it's 10:30. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to get started. I know I've got some people jumping in online here in a little bit. I think my granddaughter's going to be on today too. My grandkiddos. Yeah, Abrielle likes to see Nana, so that just melts my heart.
Oh, yeah.
That melts my little heart.
Grandkids.
Oh, love them. So you guys, welcome to Coffee with Christa. I, of course, am your host, Christa Sutton, and every single week I am coming at you live right here at Chardonnay's Brew Lane, and I have the privilege and the opportunity to visit you every single week and introduce you to people that I think you need to know. So whether you're looking for inspiration, information, or something in between, I promise you I do my best every single week to deliver, and boy, are we delivering today with the one, the only, the stunning rock star friend of mine, Marie Wallace. Welcome.
Thank you. How can you not smile from that introduction? Thank you so much.
We met
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Somewhere.
We met
Amazing changes.
at Amazing Changes. So those of you that don't know Tana Bengoa, you need to know her too. As a matter of fact, I need to talk to her. She needs to be here. When Amazing Changes had a brick and mortar before she took it online, that's where we met.
Yeah.
And I came to one of your journaling classes.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, it was cool, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Yes, super fun. But you've been on such an awesome journey since then. I mean, just the way that everything has unfolded and evolved. How did all of this get started? How did Marie's Gold? Because you were a teacher.
Yeah.
For a long time. So tell me a little bit about that journey. We want to know.
Well, that was an interesting journey, and I think what's interesting is things get put on your heart in a small way. You think it's small at first, and then it just expands. I knew I was ready for something different. I'd been teaching for about 20 years, and I had heard a rumor that I could possibly take an early retirement, and I had a few little ideas on my head that I wanted to do. I'd been studying poetry therapy for a little bit, which is just learning. It's a way of working with people with the back door, and it's creative and fun, and we talk about this, it's really a cool little therapy thing. And so I was looking into that, And they said, well, you can do it now, or you can do it in 12 years, and you would have this much money. And I'm like, let's do it now, and I can enjoy my retirement now. And then when I was thinking about what I wanted to do, I had started to do a little bit more on the poetry therapy side, but it was a lot very similar to the teaching, and I'm going, but I love this and this and this. So I sat down and I wrote all the things I love, and writing and storytelling, and I get to do improv, fun stuff like that, love, romance. Anyway, my husband goes, I think it's Marie's Gold, and it came from that. And I was doing a story about me and my dad. It was called Junkman's Journey, Rummaging for the Gold in the Soul. Oh. So the gold just kept popping up, and it kind of stuck. And so it's just really an amalgamation of all the things I love. So if I love it, it's part of my business, which is awesome.
I love that. That is so cool.
Well, and there's like 3 famous Marie Wallaces, and I'm like, yeah, Marie's Gold is more fun, and yeah, you get to. So from that I developed what my specialty is finding the beauty and golden people, and the golden every day, even in the muck of things. There's always a silver, not silver, but gold lining, and so that's where it came from.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So one of the things I remember when I was participating in the class, I absolutely loved is you have this awesome ability to, even those of us that have very high self-awareness, which I do, even those of us that have very high self-awareness, it was so wonderful to walk through some of the exercises and learn things about yourself that you didn't necessarily know, or look at things about yourself from a completely different point of view. And so that was one of the things I always appreciated you, is you have always and will always appreciate about you, is you have this amazing ability to allow others to kind of see things through different eyes. And I'm sure that this is something that you've brought to the Love and Romance Project as well.
It's one of my favorite things, and it's sort of the guide on the side, being the facilitator, because you already have all the answers inside, and all I do is find ways to poke around and dig around, and then you find your own gold. So that's kind of one of my taglines too, is find the gold within, because when we know this person, then all of our relationships are much better. When we know this person and accept this person and love this person, then all of our relationships benefit from that. So yes, it does unfold into the Love and Romance Conference too.
Oh my gosh, I love that, because and you and I were having a conversation about it too when we met for coffee a couple months ago. Is that when we don't know us, we think we know us, and sometimes we're wrong. Just saying.
We're a little harsh.
Or we're we're overly harsh, or we're not willing to look at certain things, certain aspects of maybe our personality or our relationships or whatever. So being able to see yourself through different eyes is incredibly important, and that was one of the reasons when we were first talking about Coffee with Christa. It's like, you need to come on. I need to have a conversation. Yeah. So fantastic. I know that that's something that I talk to clients about constantly is just, you got to know who you are. And if you don't know who you are, how can you show up for other people?
Exactly. And also knowing what triggers you, or the things that you might, like you said, stay away from and not poke at. But when you clean it up, it just makes your life so much easier to do, and to be happy and accept, all sides of yourself, because they're all aspects. And then
awesome. So talk to me a little bit about how Joe got involved, because this is something the two of you do together, which is really, it makes sense because it's love and romance, but it's super cool.
Well, first of all, so I've kind of failed at relationships in the beginning, and I, there are things that I still don't do well. And so I did a lot of personal development. This was probably 25 years ago, or maybe longer. 25 to 30 years ago, I've always been working on it. And I wrote my list of all the things I valued in someone, or that I wanted. And then I became that list, which we'll talk a little bit more about at the Love and Romance Conference. But the top of my list was joy, and I knew I wanted more joy in my life. And in walks Mr. Sunshine, and he's still to this day, after almost 25 years, he is still the love and joy of my life. And yes, I still like him and love him and
Bonus.
adore him. Bonus.
Yeah, liking your better half, bonus.
So we did tons of dating, and we loved dating, and I would set up these surprises for him. He'd set up surprises for me. We reciprocated back and forth. So over the span of 20-something years, we had been dating. I had been collecting some of the dates that we had done, and so I wrote this romance cookbook. And we have off and on done some classes like for church camps and things like that, just things that have worked for us. Not that saying that we know anything, but we've both failed at relationships, and we've both figured some things out, and just maybe trying to save you some time.
That's really what good coaches do. It's like, okay, so here's how to not do this.
I know. I actually know someone who was just new to coaching, and she said, I can't go into coaching being divorced. And I go, you're the coach I want, because you've learned some things along the way.
Yep.
And there are some things that you've learned to do well, and some things that, as long as you own your crap, can I say crap?
Crap. Yes. Crap.
As long as you own your part in it and not have the blame. And the other part Joe and I talk about a lot is, because he manages people as well, is take 100% responsibility. That's how I get to be happy. 100%.
Hashtag amen. Hashtag amen. Own your crap.
Own your crap.
Hashtag own your crap.
Oh, good.
Oh, that should be a
hashtag.
Hashtag own your crap, people. You heard it here.
So when I did the romance cookbook, last year I published it, and it was just, I mostly published it because that had been burning on my heart for about 20 years. My friend goes, you need to do that, you need to do that, you need to publish that, you need to do that. The rest of it, so it's basically just a cookbook of recipes for dating. It has some really quick appetizers, it has some entrees on how to, it has ingredients with the whole list of steps you can do so people can be successful at it. And of course there's the ooh la la, so if you want to really get a little more intimate and playful, there's
the spicy
section. Then you have that too. And so then I think it was April, maybe, no, it was actually June. Around June, I'm just woke up and it was put on my heart that I get to do a conference. And I'm like, what? I'm gonna what? And the how? And it was none of my business as to, those things get placed on your heart and you have no idea, but you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And
hashtag my life.
My life too. And I'm not afraid for a challenge. And it was a roller coaster of things, but I told Joe about it, and at first he was like, that's your thing, right?
Because
it sounds big, it sounds
big and daunting and scary, and he's got a lot on his plate.
He does have a lot on his plate, and he was traveling a lot, and I said, but really honestly, people are looking for role models. Not saying that what we have is the end all be all, but it is an example and a role model. When I used to teach, one of the things that my students, and I had little kids, and they needed role models for writing. And I go, they don't know what goes on in a writer's head. They have no idea what I'm thinking, how I'm approaching it, how difficult this could be, the things that go on, the intricacies of my brain. And so it's the same thing, is people don't even know the how sometimes. Or we've gotten real busy in our relationships and we're like, I used to know how to do this.
Well, and wouldn't you agree? Nobody wants to take advice from somebody they think is perfect.
Or not perfect.
No,
none of us.
Not even close.
No.
But
but we do have some fun in messing up.
Well, I was just talking to a client of mine the other day about this whole idea of being perfect and showing up and being perfect, and it's like, no. People don't want you to be perfect. People want you to be you. And if you're you and you genuinely show up as you and not what the cookie cutter you think is supposed to be you, people are going to fall in love with you because your tribe, whether it's Marie's Gold or Coffee with Christa or whatever, your tribe is out there and they're just dying to meet you.
And they're just dying for someone to be real with them.
Yeah, they want someone to be real and show up in all the
messy
flaws.
things. Yep, all the messy stuff.
Yeah, and all the messy
crap
stuff and all the crap. The sense of theme.
It's sense of
in
theme.
all the crap and all the crap.
And so then, and one thing that we're really good at is we're good at playing off of each other.
Yeah.
And so it's really fun. As a matter of fact, when I start to get nervous, like when I started to get nervous about the conference last time and some this time, we just do our thing. And we are so real and in the moment. We're just comfortable with each other, and we have fun and we play. And he is so real, you guys. He'll make you laugh. You just have to come. Anyway, it calms me.
Yeah.
And it soothes me, because really when I start to get nervous, it's worrying about me, and it's really about the audience and giving them what they can, and just giving them the tools. And if I'm calm and I'm reading and I'm being with the audience and being present with the audience, then I know what it is that they could use. And
yes, awesome. So I want to jump back to the cookbook.
I
want to jump back and talk about the cookbook for a minute. So where do we get this? Is it on Amazon?
It is on Amazon. It's also on Marie's Gold. So if you go to Marie's Gold, there's a little shop. mariesgold.com, there's a shop, and you can get it from there. I think it's cheaper and faster, because I think Amazon is like, you can still get it there. Please, by all means.
So here's what I'll do. I'll go ahead, and when we wrap this up today, I'll go ahead and get the link on Amazon, and I'll post it in the comments below. So those of you that are interested in looking, checking out the cookbook, go ahead and just comment below, cookbook or whatever, and I'll make sure and get that link on there later today. That way you guys can go check it out. I'll also put the link.
You're so sweet.
I'll put the
Thank
link
you.
to her website. You got to go check out her website. It's pretty fantastic. So I'm excited because I have seen snippets of the cookbook, but I haven't held one in my hands.
Well, it also has communication tips. So we talk about some fair fighting rules. We talk about how to uplift and edify your partner, and how that makes a better relationship, and then just how to be more intimate in the bedroom. Sexy time.
Sexy.
Have
time.
those conversations.
See that? Yeah, the boss is calling.
The boss is calling.
You know what I'm doing right now. Don't be calling me Denver. I'm just going to call you out on social media. Denver bar office, don't call me between 10:30 and 11:15 on Thursdays. You know better. You know better. Anyway, and Scott's watching, so I'm sure Scott's just dying.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we like to pick on Denver. And I have like 3 questions I want to ask you. Let me think here for just a second. So yeah, I'm super excited about the cookbook. If you guys are interested in it, seriously, just post below so I make sure that you make sure that you are going to get notifications when I go in there, put the link in, so y'all can get your hands on the cookbook. So talk to us. I am really excited. I get to go to the Love and Romance Project.
Yay! So excited. And I have a special gift for your people, but do you want me to wait until the end?
Let's wait till the end.
Okay.
Let's make them wait.
Oh, okay.
But you know what I do want to talk about? I want to talk about who's going to be there. I want to talk about the guests, because I know Sammy Tucker's going to be there, and those of you that are here locally, you know who I'm talking about. She's amazing, amazing, amazing. So what's the lineup? Talk to us a little bit about what the lineup's going to look like, because you guys, there are limited tickets left, and when we get done here, she's going to give you a special that's, you guys, it's only for my people. I feel so honored. But we're going to get to that in a minute. So talk about the lineup.
So the lineup is, we're talking about values. Joe and I talk about some values so that you can kind of get the things that are important to you. And then Sammy is talking about red hot, red not. So when your relationship might be, feeling a little not, how to warm that up, get, stoke those embers, and that, and also for our single friends, because single people are coming as well, the red flags, because last year she spoke about that, and that really resonated with people.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And Sammy's such a great person to be able to talk about that. She's got such an amazing story. You guys really,
She has
she's
an
fabulous.
amazing story, and I feel very honored. she is bringing her partner Raphael, and Raphael came to the romance conference last year too, and yeah, they adore each other, and you'll love that. That's kind of sappy and fun in a very great way. Raphael is talking about connecting the dots to connection, so how to deepen your relationship. He talks about the 7 points of touch. That's he has a lot of classes that he does on that. So
Nice.
this is like a teeny tiny slice of what Raphael brings to the table. And ladies, just listening to him say Raphael, now I can't even come close, but he has that Mexican accent that is so lovely. You know, rolls right off the tongue, and yeah, people are like, sign me up for whatever he's
want to hear you
talking
talk.
about. I just want to hear you talk.
Sign me up. Here's my check.
Misty Young, she's also lucky.
Oh, I love
local,
her.
and she's a reverend, and she's talking about forgiveness, and not just any forgiveness, because what I've asked my speakers to do is everything that we talk about at the conference has to be about us. And a lot of times when we go to make decisions, or we're poking along in life, one of the people that we forget to forgive is us. And so she'll talk about self-forgiveness. Why did I make that decision? Why did I choose that person? How could I be here again?
That is such
All
a big
those-
deal. That
it
is such a big deal. I took a class a couple of years ago at fabulous Lori Dodson, who will be a future guest here too.
She's going to be on the panel tomorrow night.
Yes. The
You'll love her,
fabulous
too.
Lori Dodson. I took a class, one of her classes, and I'm telling you that whole forgiveness piece, it's.
That gave me chills.
I mean, that's just a big deal. It's one of the biggest things that we struggle with. And a friend of mine, a very dear friend of mine, my friend that led me to the Lord, I'll never forget a conversation with her. She, I was beating myself up about something because, we're humans. And she just kind of walked me through this conversation of, if you believe that God forgives you, what's your problem? Why are you not forgiving yourself? It should be one of the simplest things, but we just don't extend ourselves grace. We don't.
Well, we'll do it for everyone else, and we sort of
Yeah.
But the most important part of that piece, because I talk to so many people, the most important part of that piece is sometimes the lack of forgiveness of ourselves could be holding us back from something, could be blocking us from something very fabulous and amazing. And even if I just backtrack in my own life and I look at divorce, if I would have stayed stuck on the mistakes I made when it wasn't working and just said, I'm not lovable, I'm not, blah, 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 I would have never met Joe. And he's been the most amazing part of my entire life. So learning how to forgive, and she has written an algorithm for forgiveness in all your relationships, and you'll love it. She'll bring her books too. She's an amazing author and speaker as well. I'm very blessed with the lineup that I have. And then Joe and I wrap it all up on sizzling up the romance. And romance is not what you think. A lot of times we are thinking that it's coming from outside of us, and everyone else has to give it to us, especially our partner. And sometimes romance is something that we give to ourselves. Do you want to know where romance came from? So
This is a cool story.
The definition of romance, or romance, actually came from the medieval times, when we had knights running around, the knights in shining armor. So the knights in shining armor's sole duty was to serve the lady, not like you're thinking maybe, but their husbands were usually arranged marriages for money or prosperity or political.
Yeah,
and
uniting kingdoms.
Yeah, and their husbands were often gone, which would, or they were busy doing their kingly duties, and so they assigned these knights to them so that they would have someone to be a companion, and it was all non-sexual, non-touching. It was, you've heard some stories, but his sole job was to be of comfort to her, to be a friend to her, to be a companion, so that she's human. She wants to, get to know people too. And then some writer, I wish I remembered his name, but it was The Art of Courtly Love or some book like that. And they had been doing the nightly stories, and then it just took off. And it's mostly in Western culture that we have this crazy idea of what romance is, and that you should give it to me. But on the extra part is us girls, a lot of us girls think that they should know. If they really love me, they should know what's going to make me happy.
They don't know.
Boys don't know.
They don't know, ladies. If you haven't figured this out by now,
Yeah.
they don't know.
They don't know. Actually, my daughters have all said, I have 3 daughters, and they all 3 have said the best advice we ever gave them is just to tell your guy what you want, what you need, because they just don't know. We think that
Well,
they
and
should.
that's, we're not guy bashing. I mean, seriously.
No.
It works both ways. I mean, the guys expect stuff from us, and we're clueless.
That's
we're
what
wired
conversations are about.
Crazy idea. One of the big takeaways when you and I were having a conversation the other day about romance is that, to me, like when I think about me and romance, to me it really strikes a nerve with one of my big, soapbox things, which is self-care. It's a huge piece of self-care. It's that,
Huge.
showing yourself that little bit of love. And, I think it's just important you got to love yourself first. If you don't love yourself first, you're not capable of loving others. Not really. Does that
Because you're
make
coming
sense?
from an empty cup. And,
Yeah, exactly.
And self-care is all about filling that cup up, which the added definition, actually, if you look in Webster, is basically doing something that's similar to self-care, that is a forethought or something outside of your normal everyday.
Yeah, and intentional.
Intentional.
It's not like you just accidentally, this just happened. It's
Although that's kind of nice.
although
too.
that's kind of, I mean, don't.
But it is
Don't
actually
discount
having
that.
forethought and intention to do something outside of your normal everyday. Because if we go to work every day, do our routine every day in, day out, day in, pretty soon we're acting like robots. And
We're on a hamster wheel.
we're on the hamster wheel. Sounds perfect.
See what I did there?
See? Yeah, we're on the hamster
But yeah, I mean, we get stuck in the day in the day outness of everything, and then the next thing you know, nobody wants to go through life like a robot. That's not what we were designed to do. We were created to thrive and to engage and to love and to
Be creative,
and
have fun.
And
That's what romance really is. It's
Yeah.
just doing that thing outside. And again, back to what you said about the self-care, it's filling this up until our cup is overflowing, and then you get all that good stuff.
That is so awesome. So why don't you tell them about your groovy little offer? This is cool, guys.
Okay, groovy offer. Before Christa's people, it's buy one, get one. So you can bring anyone you want. Just so you know, you don't have to have a spouse to come or a partner to come. And we welcome everyone. So yes, bring a friend if you're a single lady or a single guy.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple single guys going to be there. Just show up. If you, we'll give you the link, but if you click into that link and you write in, I think it says friends.
Friends?
So friends, FRIENDS, you get 2 for the price of 1.
Nice.
And
So yeah, you guys saw it right here. So those of you that are interested, hang on here. Ariel wanted to say hi, Nana.
Aww.
Oh, hi, baby girl.
Aww.
I love
That's so
I love
sweet.
my grandkids.
Aw.
I love them. They're so fantastic. So you guys heard it right here too for the price of 1 ticket. It's the conference, and now exactly when and where is the conference?
So tomorrow night it starts. Tomorrow is kind of a mix and mingle. We have an amazing panel, so you can ask any question. No questions off the table. We talk about sex. We talk about romance. We talk about anything you want to talk about. If you have a question, we talk about it. And forgot your granddaughter was on, but there you go.
It's all good.
And we have some really great coaches that are showing up for the panel, all life coaches. That's the other great thing about the conference is we're bringing you lots of resources
Awesome.
of people who are great in relationships. So that's Friday night, 6 to 9. And then Saturday, Doors open at 8. We have some vendors, and we also, Adam and Eve is one of our peoples. We have Stella and Dot and all kinds of really cool people that will, yes. Jessica Tukey's bringing her art.
Oh, I love Jessica.
And she has pieces that you'll want in your lobby. We have Mary Kay and some people that you might know, maybe
quite
from your old peoples, and we're making it so fun. She's going to do a kissing booth. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say that secret, so you didn't hear that from me. And lips are sealed. We have an amazing photographer, because a lot of times us couples get these kind of pictures, you know, where we're all dressed in red and we're all, you know, doing the same thing. But she's going to try to catch some more candid shots. She's also going to be doing some little mini, what do you call those? Photo shoots, little mini photo shoots,
fun.
and at a really reasonable price. And then, so that's just kind of, if you're into that. Some people are into it, some people aren't. And then we go from 9 to, we say 5, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, we have play too. We're gonna have a lot of play.
Oh, it's going to be a blast. You guys,
and the address is at the Courtyard Marriott, Eagle and Overland.
Oh, awesome.
And 1739 South Eagle-ish. It should be that, or 1789 South Eagle. So if you're not at Overland and Eagle, then yeah. So it's called Courtyard Marriott. Courtyard Marriott.
Yes, Courtyard Marriott, Eagle and Overland. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm super excited. So those of you, if you're watching this live, #live. If you're watching the replay, #replay. Those of you that are here locally in Treasure Valley, come grab me, say hi, let's get some pictures. It'll be super fun.
Oh, yeah.
Would love to be able, I want to be able to post some pictures and blow up the event on Facebook, of course. So would love to see you guys down there. That'll be super, super fun.
Well, and another coach. I mean, you'll be there.
I will be there,
and
not in a coaching capacity.
She's going to be learning, but how awesome to have all those resources in one room.
Oh my gosh!
So then you can find someone that just to hang out with.
You just never know. You just never know. You just never know. Misty Mendenhall is here.
Hi, how are you?
I heard that you have a cool tool.
I got all kinds of cool tools.
She's got tools.
I got all kinds of cool stuff. So one of those actually, Ideal Personality. So before we wrap up, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love her so much. She's one of my favorite people. So anyway, before we sign off today, I just want to let everybody know, Get Off the Damn Hamster Wheel kicks off March 25th. It is
I'm gonna be there.
5-day, yes, you're already in the group. 5-day free challenge on Facebook. The event is actually on my business page right here, so you can go and click on the event and sign up. You guys, this is not fluff and stuff. This is not a sales pitch. This is 5 days of meat and potatoes. For those of you that started off the new year excited, and you had goals and dreams and all these great things were going to happen, and now you're looking at the calendar going, oh crap, it's March.
Christa delivers. She is a girl that delivers.
Thank you. So we're going to learn. I'm going to help you understand your wiring. I'm going to help you understand what makes you tick and help you realize what tools you can utilize to be able to actually accomplish your goals. Because we can read a book, we can watch a webinar, take a class, but if that person isn't wired exactly like us, which almost never happens, the tools that we're using may not be working. So I want to make sure that we're able to help you figure out how to best achieve all the things that you want to achieve and create the best 2019 possible for each and every one of you, and it's free. So would love to have you go ahead and share the event, whatever.
I'll share. I have lots of people that would love to.
It's going to be so much fun. I'm really excited about it and hardly wait to kick it off. And next week our guests plural. The beautiful Marla and the handsome Jamie Keller, my business partners in Ideal Personality. We're not really going to be talking about Ideal Personality because they've got a really cool project that they're working on. So I want to make sure that you guys get to hear all about that as well. So make sure and tune in next week, same time, same place.
Keep meeting cool people.
I know, right?
You are awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. I keep telling everybody, I know
We've
some
got
really
great
awesome
friends.
people.
I
I've got
do too.
amazing friends.
I know.
So,
And coffee.
And great friends and coffee. So, from Marie Wallace, myself, Christa Sutton, coming here from Chardonnay's Brew Lane. Just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you. Love you, Abrielle. Thanks to you guys for watching, and we will definitely see you next week. And until then, or tomorrow with the conference. And as always, you guys, please be blessed in your success. Bye, guys.